You're listening to Hotepish with your host, Dwann B. Intelligent ish talk, intelligent shit talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door. You're listening to Hotepish with your host, Dwann B. Intelligent ish talk, Intelligent Shit Talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
What up, you jive motherfuckers? How y'all doing today? Y'all good? We's about to get started up in this MF right now. Excuse me, let me take my picture of my... Oh, I love looking at my drum set. Ain't that drum set so beautiful? Don't you agree? I love looking at my wums. Today we're not talking about the drums. We're talking about standing up for yourself, standing up for your motherfucking self. Welcome to Hotepish. Intelligent ish talk. Intelligent shit talk. Heavy on the intelligent. Because intelligence means understanding your point of view, and still, you don't mind other people have a different point of view. You don't go around trying to beat what you think into other people's head. You dig what I'm saying? And I notice on the Wompty Wamps, it's a lot of people that just feel that they know more than everybody else. And there's other people that's like, I don't know shit. But I don't think, nobody should be directed or made to do anything. As we know, YouTube announced today that they are banning all talk of the Wompty Wamps. So we're not going to use the word Wompty Wamps. We're just going to keep it at Wompty Wamps and not the whack, you know what I mean, Gene, scene. We're going to speak in code, but this isn't necessarily even specifically about the Wompty Wamps. This is more about freedom of personal choice and having the nerve to stand for what you believe. What's up, Sadiq Floyd? What's up, Poppin'? What's up, William Terry? What's up, everybody in the chat room? Lady B, DC, Static, Quan S. Thank y'all for joining. Subdoogie54, Davey Lee, Mario, Manuel Heath. Thank y'all for joining. Delano L, Elliot, Thomas, and everyone I just scrolled by. I'm scrolling fast as hell. Hotepish. Yeah, tune in while you working. Yeah, Maxine. We all had an Aunt Maxine. Or if you black and you grew up in church, there was somebody at your church named Maxine. That's just an old black woman name. Like, black woman born before 1955. There are a lot of Maxines born before 1955. A lot of the Maxines were born in like 45, 50. You know what I mean? But, yeah. What up, y'all? But we're here to talk about standing up for yourself. Part of this talk, I was, as you saw Craig Facts yesterday, we kind of brushed upon this topic. This was a hot topic on my Instagram, causing many arguments amongst the people. Oh, I appreciate the Cash App, Darrell James. I appreciate it. Yeah. Right now we're here to talk about standing up for yourself and what standing up for yourself can look like sometimes. Right now we're seeing a lot of people take bullets, proverbially, for what they believe. And we see throughout American history, the people who stand for what they believe are generally the most marginalized. You know, they're generally marginalized. Who we have on screen here today, if you're not familiar, you know me, I love basketball, but I don't talk too much about the show directly, the sport directly, because it's better things to talk about. But when there are other things bigger than basketball going on, and I can use basketball as a canvas to paint my point of view, that's what I do, because, you know, basketball my shit. What's up, Legion of Knicks? We see Kyrie Irving, Andrew Wiggins, and Bradley Beal have all stood up and said they not getting the Woompty Wimps and the Boomty Bamps. They have their various reasons. I'm not going to get into their reasons because I understand that whatever their reasons are, they probably go much deeper than what they've listed and told the masses of people. And I'm not going to sit here and speak for them. I'm not going to say that they're reading wrong information or they're reading right information, because at the end of the day, I don't know what information that these brothers are reading. But whatever information they're reading and consuming, they've made the personal decision to not get the Woompty Wamps and the Boomty Bamps. So I'm not here to tell people what they should do. I'm here to highlight what standing for yourself looks like. What standing alone looks like. What standing for what you believe looks like. I'm bringing this up because, you know, people always talk about they love Malcolm, they love Martin, oh, I love Marcus Garvey, or whoever. But these people were not popular when they were alive amongst the masses. These people often stood against what was widely popular, you know? Standing for what you believe, standing for what's right, oftentimes conflicts with what the dominant society wants done in their agenda. The dominant society, no matter what society you live in, always has an agenda. That's how societies move forward, is through agendas. That's how societies are organized, around their agendas. Well, at least those societies that are progressive and moving forward. So, when I was scrolling through Google this morning, thinking about what I'm going to talk about, this stood out to me. Kyrie Irving, look at these headlines. Stop giving vocal minority of anti-Maxine NBA players space to be loud and wrong. How, look, they throwing in talking about wrong, but they don't go into where he's wrong or why he's wrong. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, take your shot. And I don't think he means free throws. NBA news, Kyrie Irving and Andrew Wiggins won't get paid if they miss games due to local vaccines and Woompty Wamps. Kyrie Irving and his Woompty Wamps stance is incomprehensible. You see a coordinated attack from the media, not to understand Kyrie's point of view, look at this, the second page. They're lowering his trade value. He has little trade value, pointing out how much money he'll lose. And you got none other than former, what can I say? How can I say this? Former militant, now down with the program, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar blasting Kyrie Irving. What does Jason Black say? You can't trust them old niggas. Salute to Jason Black in the Black Channel. He ain't lying when he say that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a Kyrie Irving style career where his greatness was never truly appreciated because Kareem had his own mind in his younger days. We see here in his older days, he's fallen in line. And he's jumping on the side. See, my thing is this. Even if you're against the Whoopty, like if you think it's mandatory and you think you should have it, my question is, why would you ever jump on the side of the society who's always been wrong? Especially when it comes to black people. I get they have their agenda, but really? You gonna now be their lapdog? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar really should be known as the greatest player of all time, either he or Will Chamberlain. When you measure the greatest by the whole Jordan scale, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar beats Jordan on Jordan's own scale of greatness. But he's not recognized as that because throughout his whole career, he smoked weed and had his own mind. So the media never embraced him the way they should. But now that this man is jumping on their side, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is getting more attention now than he's ever gotten. He's getting more attention now for calling Kyrie out than he got for scoring 38,000 points in the NBA. All-time leading scorer. But this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like when you stand for yourself. That's part of standing for yourself. You know what I mean? You're going to have the world come at you. The world's going to come at you. And the question is, can you take it? Can you take it? We know that they're paying these people to tell you to take the Whoopty Whamp. How do we know? Do y'all remember Andrew Bogut, former Warrior? He said this. He says athletes are being paid to promote the Whoopty Whamps. Boomty Bamps. And he refused to take the money. Not only did he refuse to take the money, he went on his own Instagram to tell everyone, hey, look, man, they paying us people who are on top to influence y'all. So my question is this. Can you trust the words of someone being paid to tell you what to do? Ain't that like a TV commercial? TV commercials is when they get celebrities and athletes and entertainers to endorse a product that you don't need. What's going on here? What in the hell is going on here? Where people who are taking and choosing their own mind being ridiculed and ostracized. I never saw Kyrie or Bradley Beal or Andrew Wiggins telling anyone else what they should do. They're not going around telling you all these things that are wrong and why you're wrong for taking the Wumpty Wamps. They're not doing none of that. They're just saying, I'm not taking it. What the hell's going on? See, in life, there always comes a time to where you must stand for what you believe in. Again, I'm not telling people what to do or what not to do. This is what I'm doing. I want to make it very clear. What I'm saying is this. Whatever you believe, be clear on that and make sure it's something that you believe. I mean, from your root chakra up. Not some, I've been told this and I should think that because ABC News, NBC News said that. You got to get clear on your own. And then once you get clear, standing on your square. Because it's bigger than the Wumpty Wamps. This is a general life principle to live by. Governments and big business will go as far as the general citizenry allows them to go. If you buckle down and hump over and allow them to grease you and to grease you and wax you, that's what the fuck they gonna do. But when you stand up, and it don't take everybody to stand up. It just takes a few strong people to do it. It don't take many, it just takes you. But know that when you do that, there will be a lot of people against you. This is the way I've sort of lived my life. Those of us who are against the system of white supremacy, we know full well what this is about. Around that time when you woke up and you used to vote blue no matter who. I know most of the people in this chat room can follow me right here. Yeah, a couple of you niggas been woke since y'all was 2 years old. We don't want to hear you talk. It's always that one nigga that be like, man, I've been knowing this information since I was 3. Okay, we ain't talking to you. For the rest of us who went through that period of being asleep, believing what the news told us, voting for Obama and thinking that he was really going to change some shit. You remember that process of waking up? When you believed everything they said, you had a lot of friends. But when you started saying, hold up, I voted for this cat, but we didn't get nothing. What was the first thing that happened? 90% of your former friends was like, what you mean? He ain't the president of all black people. He the president of all people. What you expect to get? We've been through this shit before. We've been through this. What do you mean? What you gonna do? You gonna vote? You don't want to vote for Biden? What? And put Trump back in the White House? These niggas that follow the go along to get along, you ever notice how wrong these niggas is? Like, do they notice how wrong they be? Y'all said Bill Clinton was gonna do right by us. He signed 3 strikes. When Bush got in office, y'all said all we need is a Democrat back in office. We need Hillary. Cause let's just tell the truth, more niggas was for Hillary than they were for Obama in 2006. Let's just tell the truth. Niggas didn't really jump on the Obama train until after he won Iowa in early 2008. Then they got on the Obama train. Then they were like, okay, hold on. He the president of all people now. Let him get this health care through. He gonna take care of black people on his second term. He can't do it in his first term because he got to get reelected. Ain't that what they told us? And then during the second term, Obama's passing things for the LGBTQers, the immigrants, and people are like, okay, black people, it's kind of hard for him to do it in office. He gonna really be an advocate for you when he's out of office. Just get Hillary in 2016, and Obama's really gonna come through for you. Wrong. Trump getting office, it's the worst thing in the world. He's gonna do things, it's gonna make things really bad. And the Democrats, we can't do anything. Wrong. Trump ended up not signing shit but that tax bill. And his tax laws probably was better than the one that Biden just redid. Then they said, get Biden in office. He's gonna, don't, shut up, Ice Cube. You're talking too much. He can't do anything while he's running. We got to make sure he's in first. Then he's going to pay attention to black people. I tell you. Wrong. Wrong. Now they saying you got to get the Whoopty Whamps. The Whoopty Whamps is going to save your life. If you don't get the Whoopty Whamps, the whole world going to fall to pieces. God damn it, shit. When have these niggas been right? Just think about this shit. These same liberals that are pushing the Whoopty Whamps, that have supposedly been on our side this whole time, go back in your own personal life, in your own personal history, go back in your own memory, and you tell me when these motherfuckers have been right. It's okay, William Terry, I accept your apology. You're defending LeBron James, I accept it. I appreciate that, Glenda Johnson. But let's just tell the truth. I'm glad you made that commentary in the chat room about LeBron James. I've never, like, again, and I'm going to say this again like I said it before. I don't have any issues with LeBron James other than him playing like a hoe in the last 2 minutes of the game and passing the ball to lesser skilled players to win championships. That's my only problem with LeBron. Outside of that, I ain't got no problem with LeBron James himself. But I do have a major problem with what LeBron James represents. LeBron James is just like Jay-Z. They're the same person, same thing. LeBron James, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Obama. They're all interchangeable. If you're into politics, your guy is Obama. If you're into women's music, it's Beyonce. If you're into hip-hop, it's Jay-Z. If you're into basketball, it's LeBron. They're all the same person. They're all interchangeable. They're all interchangeable. Because they all represent They're all black faces, black puppets to an evil system that does not have our best interests at heart. That's what the society does. It builds up individuals, and when they build them up and get them to a certain level of fame, they use those individuals to push an agenda on us, especially black people. Because black people spend too much goddamn time watching TV and being entertained. They know that. That's a condition of oppression. You oppress the people long enough, hard enough, they're going to want to escape by any means necessary. And the means of escape black people use to escape the oppression that we face daily is basketball and music. That's where people go to get away from life's problems. So what they do is they take individuals from those sectors and they fatten them up. The old Judas goat thing. Fatten up this Judas goat. Make him really big, really powerful, really strong. Put all the attention in the world on this Judas goat. But when it comes time to slaughter the people, you get that Judas goat to lead them down that path of slaughter. Again, this isn't personal to LeBron James. Look, they selected LeBron James when he was 13. You think that nigga understood this dynamic when he signed on? When ESPN put him on the cover at the age of 13? Do you think that boy understood what they was doing? No. As an athlete, I've broken down on previous broadcasts the athlete and their schedule. Like I said, y'all know me. I've been around NBA environments for a long time, in all the locker rooms, been in most of the stadiums. I've talked to most of your favorite players at least once, casually about something. I know what kind of schedule these cats are on. They're 16, 18-hour days. They don't have time to necessarily read and do their own research. They repeat what they're told to repeat. They're doing their job. And when they're told to repeat certain things, they don't necessarily know what they're repeating. Again, they're just doing their job. They're just doing what they've been told to do. And people who are into the hype, into the bullshit, people that don't think for themselves, they say, well, Jay-Z said it, it must be right. That's the whole purpose of rating and overrating these people. That's the whole purpose. To unleash these bastards back onto us when there's a bullshit agenda the dominant society wants to push. So again, I don't personally have any issues with LeBron James. They socialized LeBron James to be who he is. They've been training that man since he was 13 to do exactly what he's doing right now. I'm sure in LeBron James's heart, he thinks he's doing the right thing. I'm sure of it. I'm sure this brother really thinks he's doing the right thing. I'm sure in his heart, he feels he's helping his people out. But it's not about what he thinks and about what his heart says. It's about the people who put the camera in front of his face, what they're putting the camera in front of his face for. Whenever they shine a light on someone, there's always an agenda and a reason as to why they're doing it. Most niggas think it's because I'm a star. The people love me. I'm Jay-Z. No. It's because they can use you. And they're using these people to push this stuff on us. Again, if you do your research, and I'm gonna keep saying this, if you do your research and you feel that taking a jab, whoopty whamp, is right for you, then by all means, go ahead and do it. I'm not gonna criticize you for it. Whatever your medical decisions are, your medical decisions. Yours and yours alone. We're pointing out what it's going to take to stand against it, because let's break this all the way down. Can I break this down for y'all? I wasn't even going to go this direction, but I'm gonna go there now. Y'all saw that movie, The Matrix, right? The Matrix was a very, 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 very deep, extremely deep movie. The Matrix was extremely deep. Because in The Matrix, they were telling you how this plane we live on operates. This level of existence, Earth, this world we're in, the Matrix. The smart thing they did in the Matrix was, how Hollywood codes messages? They code it in the cinematography. While they were telling this real life story that was taken, of course, from a black woman and stolen and plagiarized, but the story's a real thing nonetheless. While they were telling us this story, they sort of coded it in really good cinematography. They had us looking at, you know, the bullets flying by, the whole jumping up and kicking, and the camera spinning around, and all this shit that we were captivated in. But you got to look at the message that they were saying in the Matrix, and this is how I look at it. Because when I saw it when it first came out too, I was just out of high school. My first semester in college is when the Matrix came out. Back when I got my iMac DV. Y'all remember when DVD players were new to computers? The Matrix was the first big movie on DVD on computers, because computers now had DVD players. I remember that iMac Graphite DV, 350 megahertz. Shit, I thought I was doing something with that 350 megahertz computer. Yeah, Sophia Stewart. That's right, Buckshot. Keep forgetting Sophia Stewart's name. Look up Sophia Stewart. She's the person who wrote The Matrix and The Terminator. She's the person who wrote it. And when she wrote it, she said when she wrote the character Neo, she was dating Muhammad Ali at the time. And she saw how Muhammad Ali was able to work through this matrix, this world that we live in. That was her premise for writing the Neo character out, Muhammad Ali. In the Matrix, the way I saw it is, if you go back and watch that movie, If you view the movie as Neo being you, Morpheus being that subconscious, that voice, that inner voice that you have, that you be ignoring most of the goddamn time, see it that way and rewatch the movie from that angle. What the movie is telling you overall is most of the people out there are plugged in. They don't have their own system of thought. And the AI technology, the computer technology, the government, the people who run things, they feed off of the human energy as a battery. And the more energy people put into the system, the stronger the system is. And when you go back and look at the movie, you remember the agents, right? You saw how the agents were people who, during the movie, during that final scene when the bum kind of woke up, and you saw the agents morphing into the people around them, and the agents being so powerful, not even those people like Morpheus who were outside of the Matrix could beat them. What they were basically telling you when they would show you the agents morphing into the people around you, what that was an illustration of was when people are plugged in and bought into the system, hook, line, and sinker. When you decide to break away from that system, these people who are otherwise powerless. Oh, hold on one second. I'm gonna turn the sound up real quick. I gotta take this one call real quick. Give me 30 seconds, y'all. An important business call. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, y'all. That was Lloyd Strayhorn calling. If you're into numerology, you know who Lloyd Strayhorn is. King Simon's teacher. He's been on Oprah. He was calling because I'm going to interview him pretty soon to talk about numerology and things like that. I'm going to have him on the show, and I've been trying to get in contact with that man, so he finally called me back right when I was talking to y'all, so I had to pause y'all for a second because it's regarding this show, so I can have Brother Lloyd Strayhorn on this show, hopefully sometime next week or the week after. World-renowned numerologist, Lloyd Strayhorn. But back to what we were talking about. What's up, Jeff Brown in the chat room? My man Jeff. Me and Jeff Brown are not related, but I still call him Uncle Jeff. Because Uncle Jeff always got some wisdom for me. Even when me and Uncle Jeff don't disagree, when we don't agree on certain things, I love that motherfucker right there. Salute to Jeff TV in the chat room. You said you just got in a reading from Lloyd Strayhorn? Yeah, Lloyd Strayhorn is the shit. I'm gonna get a reading from him pretty soon, but I really want him on the show to come talk to everybody. So no, you're not gonna find this track anywhere else. I own the rights to it. And I ain't sharing. Back to what we were talking about when we were talking about the agents. If you go back and watch the movie The Matrix, you notice the agents morph into whoever is closest to the people who remove themselves from the agents. Who are the agents in your life? Sometimes the agents are your own parents. Sometimes they're a former best friend or a best friend that you're thinking about making a former best friend because they talk too goddamn much. People at your job. These are the agents. This is what the Matrix was trying to illustrate within the movie. And the agents are powerful, or they have the illusion of power. They have the illusion of power. Because they are everywhere. You know what I mean? And you are so few. But when you go to the end of the movie The Matrix, you see throughout the whole movie, Morpheus is trying to convince Neo that he's the one. Morpheus' job is to convince Neo he's the one. When you watch it, like I said, watch that movie and you see Morpheus as that inner voice. See, look, the inner voice knows who you are. The inner voice knows your best interests. It's that inner voice whose job it is to guide you back to the Oracle. Who is the Oracle? The Oracle is you at your highest self at the end of this thing. When you've completed, I won't say completed, but when you've reached the top of your human journey. That's why in that scene in the kitchen when he's speaking to the Oracle's telling Neo, you may be the one, but you'll get it, but I'm not sure if you'll get it in this lifetime or next lifetime. They're telling you that you repeat this life thing until you get it. That was her way of saying that. Morpheus knew all along. Morpheus just needed Neo to know who Neo is. Let me tell you something, people. Every one of you out there, you're Neo. Neo is you. Neo is who you are when you're living the life you want to live. Neo is who you are when you're living life by your own terms. And not just conceptually. Live it. See, the problem with like a lot of people who are into like metaphysics or the occult sciences or Christianity or Islam and these religions, the problem with most people is this. They can talk a good game. They can tell you this scripture. They can tell you that scripture. They know all the 7 laws of Tahuti. They know all 42 laws of Ma'at. These niggas running around with an ankh on their neck. All kinds of weird looking ass Papa Shango jewelry and shit. But they don't really believe it because they don't live it. That's why the Matrix was able to devour and beat up the others. You saw how within the movie, whenever the Morpheus is that vice, and what's her name? That Macaulay Culkin looking chick, I forget her name in the movie. Their advice was every time you saw an agent to run. Kind of like what people do who are quote unquote woke these days. Just run. What they were illustrating in the movie is once you go from conceptually believing who you are to knowing who you are and living it, that's when it's time to turn around, stand up, and fight. When you live it. Not when you conceptualize it. Not when you preaching to other people what they should do and how they should live and how, ooh, I'm better than you because I've been knowing all of this stuff. I didn't need hidden colors. I've been knowing all this stuff. Okay, then, well, why are you working the same crummy ass job that you complain about all the goddamn time? We know these people. I'm a better Christian than you. Okay, then, but why are you always crying about your kids don't listen to you? Okay, if your kids don't listen to you, that means if your kids don't respect you, why should I? And that's what we have in this life. That's how this life thing kind of works out, if you notice. People running their goddamn mouth all the time. You need to be this. You need to be that. Okay, then why don't you be it first? What example in your life are you living that I should pick up on to change how I live? The whole point of the Matrix is for you to be Neo. And to understand that those around you, no matter how mundane they look, even if they're a homeless man in the bottom of a subway, when you choose to live life on your own terms, even the most harmless looking individual can turn into an agent on your ass and get ready and put in some work. Don't be that old preaching ass nigga. Thank you, BB, for the donation. Don't be that person. Live it. I'm going to tell you something about me. I'm a very peaceful person. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But I do notice this. Peace is my vibration. And generally, anywhere, wherever I go, peace ensues. Very rare do things get chaotic when I'm around. And when things do get chaotic, 99% of the time I'm on the exact opposite end of wherever the chaos is. I don't think I'm a man of peace. I live a life of peace. I don't think I'm not a gossiper. I live a life of not gossip. Because people who are known for gossiping, running their goddamn mouth all the damn time, when they come around me, they don't bring that shit. Because none of that is in my energy. You know what I'm saying? If you're attracting things in life that you don't like, check your energy. Check your core beliefs. Go seek some therapy. I always recommend Kendall, the hypnotherapist. I love Kendall. I love her work. I swear by Kendall. She's my new best friend. I swear. I swear by Kendall Cobb. Go back and look at the video I did on hypnotherapy with Kendall Cobb. She works. Hypnotherapy will get you years quicker than talk therapy will. As a matter of fact, I recommend all forms of therapy. Try them all out. But if you've gone through talk therapy for a long time and you're still stuck in some areas, go to try hypnotherapy and try Kendall Cobb. She's dope. There are resources available to you when you have these type hangups. Good point, Rob McCoy. PSA, church ain't therapy. Exactly. Church is not therapy. Therapy requires you to get active in your mental health. Church tells you just to sit back and pay your tithes and let the preacher do everything. That's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. You're right, Quanez, or get a new therapist. We've all been poisoned as a people, man. Let's just tell the truth. We've all been poisoned. If you grew up in the United States of America, watched American cartoons, went through an American education system, you've been poisoned to believe that you're less than. You've been poisoned to believe that you're not good enough. You've been poisoned to believe that they're somehow stronger than you. Jeff Brown said, church tells you to get rid of your soul cavities by brushing your teeth with a payday. Exactly, Uncle Jeff. Exactly. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get Jeff on one of these programs where we're talking about music, because y'all know I'm doing my music series. Check out my music series that I've been doing on foundational Black American music and our influence across the world. I had Brother Siddiqui Bakari bring it from a technological, theoretical, metaphysical point of view. I had Dr. Brandy Short come on and talk about things from a historical point of view in the last 300 years through migrations and slavery and masses of people being moved around, how the United States has had the cultural influence on the world musically. I've been breaking down how Black Americans, the instruments that we created and morphed into our own sound. Go and check out that whole series. And I'm going to have more on that series too. Yeah, I'm going to have Jeff on one of them shows where we're talking about this music series. But for those of you just joining us, we're talking about standing up for yourself. If you came in while I was talking about the Matrix, we're here talking about standing up for yourself. And standing up for yourself means to stand up for whatever your heart believes in, even if the rest of the world doesn't like it. You're born by yourself. You're going to die by yourself. And in between, you want to make sure that you're living a life that's true to yourself. You want to live a life that is true to yourself. What's up, Star, in the chat room? Star, be on it. You want to live a life that's true to you. That's what freedom is. Freedom is living life true to what you believe. And you don't need anybody else to believe it. Validation starts and ends with yourself. Validation starts and ends with you. If you like it, you jive with it, you willing to roll with it, then roll with it. You're right, Jeff. Even twins are born by themselves. Even twins are born by themselves. You got to be willing to stand up for what you believe. And that's a life of integrity, because when you pass along, when your life is done, you want to make sure that you're happy with you. Just look at all these pages talking about Kyrie. I'm on page number 3. Nothing about him being the greatest, having the greatest ball handle in NBA history. They're getting other players to come out against him. Gary Payton needs to respect his he needs to respect his cultures. This is what happens when you stand for yourself. See, when you stand for yourself, a follower cannot understand that. Followers are going to be in their mind, what is this nigga doing? Who the fuck do he think he is using his own mind? It's like speaking another language to them. That's why you can't even look to them for validation as to what you do. You can't look to a follower for validation, for nothing. The hell is a follower going to validate? They don't know what it's like to think for themselves and stand on their own. We living in the Matrix. I appreciate that, Wayne. My Spotify list is fire. I'll be adding new songs to my Spotify list every Friday, y'all. Both playlists. I'm going to do an episode of Incense and Ashtrays for sure this coming Friday. The last 2 weeks I've been out of town and busy as hell. I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I'm having I'll be laying on the table tomorrow having surgery, so I won't come to you. Well, I may fuck with y'all tomorrow night, depending on how drugged up I am. But I'm having surgery tomorrow, so I probably won't come on unless it's later. It's not a big surgery. It's a small procedure. Just, I've had these things. I've had something going on that's prevented me from working out the way I want to work out the last 2 years. So I'm about to have surgery to clear all that shit up so I can get back to hitting my heavy bag and riding my bike and working out the way I'd like to work out. Tomorrow's surgery, nothing big, just enough to clear some obstacles that have gotten in my way from working out the way I want to work out. So yeah, that's where your boy will be tomorrow. I appreciate that, Poppin'. But back to what we were talking about. Kyrie Irving is a man that is using his own mind. Bradley Beal, Andre Wiggins. They're using their own mind. And they're sticking to their core beliefs. To that, I say, I salute you, brothers, for standing for what you believe. Now back to LeBron James. LeBron, Westbrook, and all of the Lakers have said, yes, sir, massa. We's gonna take the whoopty wham. We's gonna take it. We's gonna do what Massa say do, and we's ain't gonna ask no questions. Again, going back to the Judas Goat. Why they fatten players up to make them popular. Because when you blow them up disproportionate to their contributions, you then have them follow agendas you want them to do. Look at LeBron trying to be like Kobe, changing his numbers up, changing his numbers. The Lakers, knowing the NBA is probably going to try to give the Lakers a championship this year so he can have a championship with two different numbers. But he'll get his rewards for following along, going along to get along. But me personally, I ain't with the go along to get along. Because the go along to get along have you doing shit like this. Wearing dresses. This is what it looks like when you do everything they tell you to do. Hey, Russell. Got a moment? Yeah, what is it? We're doing a photo shoot. And we'd like you to come down to this photo shoot. Okay, I'll come on down there. What time? Make it about 11 in the morning so we can take this picture of you in a dress. Well, I gotta wear a dress? Hey. You want this money, don't you? You want to keep your name in the discussions, being one of the NBA's best players, don't you? All right, no problem. This is the result of going along to get along, of following the program. You wearing a goddamn dress. These are the people saying this is all right. The same people that want you to take that jab and a wompty wamps also encourage you to wear dresses as a grown-ass man with kids. Is that who you want to listen to and follow along with? Having you do sucker shit like this? Huh? Yeah, you're right, Star. Sigh. Sigh like a motherfucker. This is what a man is today in modern society. A man is someone who follows along and does what he's told. Whether that means what words to say, what medicines to take, and how to dress. Let's take a step back. This nigga Josh Hawkins said dress Brooke. That's funny. Oh shit, y'all niggas is funny. Google Camp said Westbuck. You niggas is cold. You niggas is cold. Hell say it looks like he's wearing a Catholic schoolgirl uniform. Dressbrook. You niggas with the Dressbrook is killing me. This motherfucker. Oh, you say you think Tank said it? Well, where the fuck said it? That shit was funny as hell. This nigga is wearing clothes open for the bussy takedown. Like, let me just flip this skirt up. And all right, Mr. Herkowitz, come up over here up in me, Mr. Herkowitz. Let's get this over with so I can get some money. That's how these niggas think. Let me wear a dress so Mr. Herkowitz can come over here and get his Terry Crews on with me. That's how these niggas be thinking. And I don't have any issues with these people personally. Again, we're speaking to the level of a power dynamic. When you follow along with the power dynamic, this is what the power dynamic is going to have you do. At one point, do you say enough is enough? At what point do you say I have enough money? I have enough notoriety. At what point do you say that? So I want to send out another big thank you to Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins said, okay, I got enough money. I got enough notoriety. You're not about to have me doing something I don't want to do. Nigga said, from triple doubles to swinging hips and blowing bubbles. It's at 11:11 a.m. 11:11. My favorite time, 11:11, 11:11. He said, when in Rome, dress like the Romans. Y'all niggas is funny today. Go along, dress along gang. I'm just here to point out the difference. Yes, Kyrie Irving is being marginalized. Yes, Andrew Wiggins is being marginalized. But question, who are they being marginalized by? Those standing up for themselves are being marginalized by people who are cool with Jay-Z doing what he did to you niggas. Jay-Z over here. Hove, we're going to protest. Oh, I got paid money, so no more protesting. Back to watching football. You're getting marginalized by these niggas. Ain't nobody to be scared of. These niggas? Let me say it again. These niggas? You getting marginalized by these niggas? Look, I take a badge of honor to being marginalized by people who think this shit's okay. If you think this is okay, I don't want you to agree with my point of view on things. I really don't. If you think this is okay, I'm going to question myself if you and I'm going to question my own goddamn belief system if I'm in alignment with somebody who think this shit's okay. Somebody said, but Jay-Z didn't wear a dress. No, not physically. Jay-Z did not physically wear a dress. Jay-Z figuratively wears a dress. Why do I say he figuratively wears a dress? Because he do whatever them boys tell him to do. Jay-Z's out there saying, you saw this, oh, not this one. It was, where's the other picture I have? Where's that picture? This nigga Jay-Z looking crazy as hell too. Where's the other picture? I can't find it now. I cannot find it now. I have way too many pictures up over here. I'll clean this shit up. But you saw Jay-Z, the other picture I had with him. He's with the lady that's talking about putting this jab into people. Giving folks the woompty whamps. Here we go. This is Jay shaking hands with the people responsible for the woompty whamps. Y'all let them blow Jay-Z up and tell y'all that he's the greatest rapper of all time. He's not. You stole too many other people's lines to be so. A real MC they use their own, not Biggie's, not Lauryn Hill's, not Roy Ayers, not Maxwell, not Luther Vandross, not all the goddamn people Jay-Z done took lines from. But somehow, the same nigga who was around when the real OGs were around in the early 90s, Jay-Z was around in 94 when Biggie and Tupac were alive. Nas was on top. Outkast was running things. He couldn't cut through. He didn't cut through until all the OGs was done, was either out of a record deal or dead. He blew up your minds during the 2000s saying, spend all the money you want because I'm Hove. Spend money, fuck bitches, and spend money. That's all his music was about. Spend money, spend money, spend money, spend money. And then the mainstream jumped on and started putting him out there. Especially when he married Beyonce. They started treating this nigga as if he was the president. And they will use his proximity to Obama to validate him, while at the same time using Obama's proximity to him to Jay-Z to validate the streets. It's all a coordinated game that they play us in, man. We being played. We being played like a motherfucker. Now, I'm not taking away Jay-Z's greatness. Jay-Z is a great rapper. He is. I ain't gonna take that from him. Jay-Z's a great rapper. He is. He's a star. He's a megastar. But they also putting extras on it too. And since they spent the last 20 years fattening him up as the Judas Goat of entertainment, they've been unleashing him these last 3 or 4 years. Jermaine Dupri, don't Jermaine Dupri, don't do the NFL pregame. We boycott the NFL, Jermaine Dupri. Don't do that. The next year, he swoop in and take the same goddamn job the NFL was offering Jermaine Dupri the year before. And he says we're past kneeling, but didn't say what we own. Same bullshit he pulled in that bullshit ass 30s and new 20 song. He basically told you in that song, maturity is buying better things. Or I don't put rims on my Bentley now because I'm mature. Nigga, you just talking about being a better consumer. Yeah, YouTube don't be sending out the notifications, so I thank y'all for sharing. And y'all doing really good. I want to really salute the chat room. Y'all do a really good job of hitting likes when y'all come in here. You guys do a wonderful job of that. I don't ever have to worry about my likes to views ratios being less than 50%. My likes to views ratio is always pretty damn high. I got 286 in here and 220 likes. I appreciate y'all. If you gotta go, that's cool. I understand everybody can't listen to my full long form format because you got other things you're doing, you're in and out. Just make sure you hit that like button and share while you're going in and out. I want to make sure I send that out that I really do appreciate you guys. Ooh, also, I forgot to tell y'all, hey niggas, I'm glad it just came to my mind. I forgot to tell y'all. I got some new shit for the wintertime on the website. Damn, why is this shit up here 4 times? I'm getting my Hotepish website redone. So excuse the mess on my website, please. If you go to my website, please excuse the mess. I kind of got the same thing up over and over again, but I have a new web guy that's cleaning some shit up because I'm about to really start advertising my shit. But I got the Rebels for the Cause t-shirt and the Dr. John Henry Clark in hoodies now. Black people don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping. I got that shit in hoodies now because I know it's about to get cold. Look at all the colors I got this shit in. I got it in red, got it in green, got it in all kinds of goddamn navy. The hoodie. It's getting cold. Same thing with my Rebels for the Call shirt. I'm a hoodie. I got it in t-shirts and also got them in hoodies. Stay warm and show the world you don't give a fuck while you warm. Hotepish.com/apparel. And also, while my website is getting redone, if you buy a shirt or you want to buy something and take a picture of it and send it to me. If you buy it, take a picture and send it to me. If you're willing to do that, email me, hotepish@gmail.com. I will send you a discount code. Let me say that one more time. If you're willing to take a picture and have that picture go up on this website when this website gets revamped, if you're willing to do so, email me right now, hotepish@gmail.com. I will email you back a discount code. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be one of these hoodies. It could be literally anything on the website. Literally anything on the website that you want. If you're willing to take a picture of it and have that picture posted on my website, I will send you a discount code. Changing up the website a little bit. Real talk, think tank. Jay-Z is a great manipulator and con artist. No, I'm not on Shopify. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. These hoodies are very warm too. What's up? What's up, Butter Love? I know you gonna get one. Yeah. Butter Love, remind me. I know you sent me pictures before. Let me know if it's okay that I put those on my website, the ones that you sent me before. Same with you, Star. I know you've taken pictures of apparel before and you've sent them to me. Let me know if that's okay. If it's okay with you guys, I will put those pictures on my website. If it ain't okay, inbox me, let me know, because I don't want to put nobody up on my website who don't want to be there. As a matter of fact, you could even crop your face out if you want. If you want to put the shirt on or put the hoodie on and crop your face out, that's cool too. You got your Hotepish hoodie from last year? Yeah, Poppy. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that hoodie is nice and comfortable. It's nice and warm too. Yes, I can use your photos. Cool. Quanet said Jay-Z's a grifter. Yeah, Jay-Z's a for real grifter. He's a dick rider. He's going to jump on whatever's popular. That was his whole state property move. That was his whole working with Coldplay move. His whole time he's worked in music. Jay-Z's genius lies in, this is where I give him credit for being a genius. He sees what's bubbling. He's always seen what's bubbling, what's next. And he's always been very fast to jump on whatever's bubbling and jump on whatever's next. That's why he's been able to maintain and be relevant for so long. He's able to see which way the winds are going and jump on it in time so he can ride that wave. That's what he does. So it's no coincidence that Jay-Z is on that take the woompty wamps so you won't get the boomty bamps simp lion. Lori Brown said that's called dick riding. You're right. Drake used the same tactic. Yep, he hopped on that Kanye train. Yep. You guys see through that bullshit. Yep. He's a wave rider. So the question is, do you want to be a wave rider? Are you a surfing ass nigga or are you your own man? That's a question you need to answer. It's a question you need to answer for yourself. You dig what I'm saying? You're right. He jumped on an LGBTQ wave when he was talking about his mom's a lesbian. What was that, on a 444 album he did that? Yes, Jay-Z is FBA, unfortunately, I think. Yeah, the whole 444 thing project by Jay-Z, that was a dick riding album within itself. He saw the consciousness of America changing, and he thought that one album will be enough to jump on it. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Then turns around and gets with the NFL. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Then he does this. And Roger Goodell, whatever you want, massa. Hove. Whatever you say, massa. It's the Rock in here. That's your boy. But yeah, I think I'm going to take some calls. What do you guys think? 323-744-7425. 323-744-7425. What do you think? If you call in, please don't use the V word. Say Woompty Wamp. Say Maxine, Auntie Maxine, or a whack movie scene, but do not use the V word. Oh, Jay-Z's mom is Jamaican? Oh, shit. Makes sense. Oh, no, Jay Smith says his mom's from Virginia. I don't know Jay-Z's background, his parents' background, so I'm not going to speculate. Hell yeah, Think Tank. Women do love snatching a man's hoodie. That's why if you got a woman, you got to buy her one too. You got to buy her one too. Let's see who this is. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is your Uncle Jeff calling from Pasadena.
What's up, Jeff Beasy?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I just want to, first off, I have seen the quantum leap that your show has taken, and it is so very well deserved, brother. So very well deserved, brother.
And I want to throw one more appreciation out there before you go to it. For those of you out there, Jeff Brown's always been someone who's been in my corner. Before I even got this show going, Jeff has always been in my corner. Before you niggas knew who I was, Jeff has always been in my corner. When Jeff had his radio show down at Dash Radio, he would invite me down to come do his show. A lot of people would always say things. Jeff would actually do it. And as a matter of fact, Jeff went so far as to march me down to the people who were running the station, who were over the content creation, so they could hook me up and get me a show. They said no. That wasn't Uncle Jeff's fault. So I'm always going to appreciate you, Jeff, for
thank you, brother,
using your platform to do your best to hook me up. And, you know, well, I guess that no was for a reason. I'm in a better place here where I am. But go ahead, brother.
Brother, the most powerful word in the English language is no. And all it means, it doesn't mean no, I'm not going to do it. It just means I'm not going to do it with you. That's once you can put the preposition with you behind no, then you can't be stopped.
Yes.
As far as Jay-Z, I think what the big picture black people are beginning to get, and it ain't gonna be our generation, bro, it's the people after us, is that all of this shit, all of it, is distraction. Pick your distraction. Is it baseball? Is it basketball? Is it football? What is it? What shirt? How can I make you show up and cheer and act crazy for some millionaires that don't give a fiddler's fuck about you? What is it? Because as long as I can get you doing that, I can do this underhanded court shit. I can do this underhanded social shit that keeps you behind an invisible social gate that you can't get on the other side of unless you leave your football mascots and your baseball mascots and your soap operas and whatever your distraction is. Because all it is, all it is a distraction store. Walk in and pick out what in the PlayStation, what do you want? What can we give you to keep you pacified and the fuck out of the way?
Real talk.
So yeah, I'm gonna say that. Before I get off, I'm gonna take a real hard 90-degree off-subject turn, nigga. That drum set though. Oh my God, bro. That's a gospel player's drum set. 1 million cymbals and at least 4 times. Yeah. Bro, we got to get down. Let me throw some words at you. Nordrak, 1080 with 4 sound cards, Reason, Logic. Let's go.
We do. We do got to get down, Jeff. I'm going to be back in the studio next month recording some live drum sample packs. Hey, come on. And then also, shit, just while I'm down there, I can show you how the game is. You know what I mean? Put you up on game. Maybe you can do some shit on yourself too. You know what I mean? I ain't one that's here to hog all the money. If it's a money opportunity, I'm willing to pass that shit around.
You got to put me on a gang of game, bro. I need some social media game. I need some music. I'm working on an album actually right now, a couple of albums. And as of last night, I'm working on an album with somebody who I didn't even think you would fucking shit if I told you who this person is I'm working with.
Okay.
But I can't say shit.
Okay.
Yo, bro, I'll tell you when I see you. Hey, man, love your show. Get back to kicking them in the face.
I appreciate it, Uncle Jeff. You have a good one, brother.
My man.
Yes, sir. That was Jeff Brown. Y'all know Jeff. Y'all love Jeff. But yeah, I'm always going to acknowledge Jeff Brown for that. Jeff, I really wanted that radio gig at that radio station down over at Dash Radio. I really wanted that because them Dash Radio studios are nice. The microphones are nice. The audio, it sound good. I really, really, really wanted that opportunity. And Jeff Brown, salute to Jeff Brown, he sat me in front of the people who could have given me that opportunity. But they didn't see the vision. Now this show is doing well. I wouldn't say yes if they came back. Call back. You hung up real fast. It shit only rang like twice. Whoever that was calling, call back. Shit only rang like twice. I couldn't pick it up in time. Call back, caller. But to me, that was a testament, like, to Jeff Brown. You know, him hooking me up like that. And at the end of the day, everything ain't for you. You know what I mean? They went into a different direction. That's what they wanted to do. That opportunity wasn't for me. But what it did was it forced me to go after my own opportunity. And I have zero regrets. Never take no as no. Take no as, okay, well, maybe that motherfucker don't see the vision. But you got to keep pushing. What the fuck is wrong with my Skype? Now, that time they called and here it is. Okay. There we go. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Dwann? This is Christian Heard. Have You Heard podcast?
Yes, sir. What's up?
I have not been here in a while, man. I don't know how old that other gentleman was, but, man, it's like I feel like the same way. Black people have got to stop chasing balls around, man.
Nigga.
And I don't mean to make an innuendo out of it, but that is what it seems like. They're chasing around the basketballs, making $40 million slaves. And it's not all bad, because I, of course, get your money, but it's that distraction, man. You don't see Italians going all crazy about not making basketball scholarships, and then Latinos going crazy about not making soccer scholarships. Like, they believe in scientists and doctors first rather than their athletes. And black people just need to get back on that page, man. That's the number one thing. Like, literally, just let the NBA handle their own scandals. If they want to put Asians up in there, let them do it. White people up in there, let them do it. But we shouldn't give them that if we're not going to get something back, like ownership of the teams or something, more money.
I'm with you right there. I'm with you 100%, man. Because, thank you for calling. I'm going to address what you said off air.
Okay.
Thank you for calling. No, the brother man made a really good point right there.
Peace.
Because look at where we were as black people before sports. I always say this. Granville T. Woods, the man that we give credit to for the telegraph, the man who had the automatic switch for train systems, which led to the roller coaster, Granville T. Woods, one of the greatest inventors in American history, was 7 feet tall. Can you imagine if Granville T. Woods was born 100 years later? They would have been telling him, what you doing studying all that electrical engineering and all that science stuff? You 7 feet tall. You should be dunking a basketball. We as a society spend way too much time on sports. If you want your kids to get a free education, it's called scholarship, meaning be a scholar. There are literally tens of thousands of scholarships out there for people who are scholars per school. Every school. You can get literally tens of thousands of them. Basketball scholarships, there may be 5 or 6 every year on the line. Football scholarships, maybe 20, maybe 30. Academic scholarship, thousands. You got a better chance of getting your kid through college with an academic scholarship than you do a basketball one. Matter of fact, do you know how hard it is to get a Division I basketball scholarship? Nigga, I used to coach basketball. You talking about easily 6 hours a day of workouts. If you study 6 hours a day, I guarantee you're going to get an academic scholarship. It's going to require a good six hours a day, unless you're that extremely rare talent. Everyone else that's going to need a D1 scholarship, you're talking about 2 or 3 hours of shoot around every day. Usually before school, you're going to get your shots up before school starts. Then you got another hour and a half, 2 hours of footwork drills. Then another hour and a half of personal skill development drills. And then you got strength and conditioning. That's 6 hours a day. If you hit the math books an additional 2 to 3 hours a day on top of your homework, where the fuck you think you gonna be? What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing?
How you doing today? What's your name?
My name is Cassandra. How you doing, D?
I'm good.
I'm a big fan of yours. And I guess you could say I'm kind of fangirling right now because I am a big fan of yours. But just wanted to kind of make a comment on how you did your analogy with the Matrix movie.
Yes.
And just let you know, brother, you was right on point with that. And how they are after our children. You know how they had the babies and they was intravenously feeding the babies, and they're after our babies to change them. Because black people don't know how a slave is made. See, you know why we like we are? Because they raised us. See, they killed our parents off. They raised the babies. So they made a slave out the baby. So, when you got a baby that's grown up under, oppression and mistreatment, they should be reacting, but, it's kind of like being used to it. Like you get used to a smell.
Yep.
You become like nose blind. So that's kind of like, where we are in, in our development. Unfortunately, we need to move a little bit faster. But, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but we have immigrants over here now that have basically usurped us. They've kind of taken over. So that's why you see them in the sports. They don't mind wearing the dresses to get the bag. Foundational Black Americans, we live by a different standard, but they don't mind doing anything that they have to do to get the bag.
Real talk.
You can correct me if I'm wrong or if you don't agree with me.
No, I'm with you, man. And like when people say, well, Russell Westbrook's a foundational, but that's why I tell people, Russell Westbrook's also an entertainer. Entertainers live by a different code than us regular folks. And yes, there are foundational Black Americans out there on that BS. We all know Larry Elder. We've seen them all around. But it's the proportions. It's okay. I'm gonna throw a number out there. Just say 2 out of 10 Black Americans are on that Larry Elder coon shit. But when it comes to the non-FBAs, it's 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. And what makes that worse is this. For those out there who are asking, well, why do we address the FBAs and the non-FBAs? We doing some of the same things the FBAs are doing? Look, when you're at home, family can act a certain way that a guest can't.
Right.
When you're at home, we know that we all got that one cousin that ain't shit. But you better not hit him. I'm going to take care of my cousin. You don't get to come in and act like my cousin and get the same love I'm going to give my cousin in return with this ass whooping I'm about to hand out to him in love. You can't come to my house as a guest and act like like this is your house. So the fact that you're a guest means that you need to be twice as on cold.
Exactly.
That's where it is.
And one more thing I want is this might be kind of off code, but it's not off code, but a little bit of turn, like the brother said before. But I watched that podcast show that you guest on. I can't remember what's the name of it, but y'all had a sister on there. And man, this sister, I don't know who she is, but I just happened. I said, oh, the podcast is showing, and when I kind of came on and they were already talking. But from what I could gather, because I couldn't stand to watch it anymore after hearing what she was saying, when they was talking about how Dr. Francis Cress Welsing was talking about how the brothers would get hanged and have their genitals chopped off and stuffed in their mouth. And then she said, well, they didn't do that to them because they was black. Then she tried to crowbar the LGBT in, like they got it worse. They had it worse than the slaves. And
you talking about Craig
on
Facts?
That panel. Say that again, brother.
You talking about on Craig Facts, the episode I wasn't there?
Yeah, Craig Facts. Yeah, exactly. And nobody was equipped, or they just held back. They couldn't handle her. You wasn't on there that day. But I know you would have roasted her for trying to crowbar that in there the way she did. I'm going to say this because I know, I don't want to hold it up too long, but I'm going to say this, brother. She was very disrespectful in what she said and how she said what she said. You can't compare apple and oranges. We didn't make a choice to come over here and be made slaves. You're making a choice to be gay. So why are you putting your responsibility of you making a choice on me, brother? That's not fair. And nothing was right about what she said. I was so upset I couldn't even finish that podcast.
Wow. See, I didn't.
And nobody corrected her. Nobody put that chick in her place.
Nobody did?
You can't sit up there and compare. Say that again, brother.
I didn't watch it, so no one. I heard a little bit about it.
You wasn't even on there that particular, because I mainly watch it because I like how you don't pull no punches. You truthful with what I'm not trying to denigrate those brothers. I don't know them like I know you. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what their get down is, but I kind of know what your get down is. And I believe if you had been there that day, you'd have put that sister in her place. You can't do that. How dare you do that? You can't compare something you made a choice to do. I mean, that's like me. You get mad at me because I won't show up at a lawyer's convention. I don't know lawyer lingo. I don't know nothing about what those lawyers are talking about. How you gonna hold me responsible because I don't want to go? That's what she did. You need to pull that one up. She needs to be checked for that crap she did, brother.
I appreciate your call.
That pissed me off. Yes, sir, brother. Anytime.
Thank you for calling. Call anytime.
Okay, yes, sir, brother. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that broadcast. They pre-recorded that broadcast. I was in Texas when they did that. I was just mad because this is my nigga Big Jaw's like second or third time on Craig Facts and I wasn't there. It seemed like my nigga Big Jaw only comes on the weeks I ain't available. God damn it. That's my nigga right there, Big Jaw. Salute to Big Jaw. I met him my first day in comedy. But I was in Texas when they filmed that episode, so I wasn't able to be there. But yeah, I heard a little bit about Persephone caping for the LGBTQs. Lord, I wish I was there. Ooh, I wish I was there. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, this is Delano from Niagara Falls. How you doing today, sir?
Brother Delano from Niagara Falls. What's on your mind, brother?
Yes, the Woompty Wamps. What I've noticed on like social media is that we have been able to get around using words like Woompty Wamp, talking about the Woompty Wamps. But one thing that I noticed got lost was what's inside of it. And I don't want to get too deep or nothing like that, but I'm sitting here pondering on a way we can be cold talk on social media about what's inside of it, and wondered if you got any right ideas, as you usually do.
See, for me, I look at things and I don't like to get on to what I don't know. Just say I knew the names of what was inside of it, I still wouldn't know what to do because I'm not a doctor. You know what I mean? Yeah. All we know is I kind of keep it to this. When it comes to previous Woompty Wamps, they studied them for at least 10 years. They went through trials, and the whole point of going through trials is to weed out whatever the negative side effects are and to wing them down. And without those trials, you're basically going to be experimenting on people, and they're going to perfect it as people get hurt from it. So my thing is just this. When I look at the mortality rates of it, when I look at people that's still catching the Woompty Wamps and still living, I don't see it as worth the risk. And I go by, I always recommend people read Medical Apartheid by Harriet Washington. Read that book. It tells you a good, long, extensive history. It shows you that Tuskegee is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to their experimentation on us. So look at the circumstances around it. Look at what it is, and if as an individual you want to go and look and see what's inside of it and do that research, I recommend you do that. Brother Rizza Islam always has great information, and the reason why I point to Brother Rizza Islam is also because they're doing whatever they can to mute that man. I know historically in this country, whenever they go all out to mute someone, that person is generally telling you the truth. They don't mute fools. So they're trying to mute Robert Kennedy and these different people. So that's enough circumstantial evidence for me not to trust what they're trying to push. Now, for every individual, you're going to have to rate that at whatever level of evidence you need to make your decision. That's why I always encourage people to follow their own heart. Going back to my Matrix analogy, you have to be Neo. Neo isn't a concept. Neo is a way of living. You have to live your convictions and live your truth. And as long as you live your convictions and live your truth and you go by it that way, I think you're good.
Thank you, sir. You mentioned Brother Rizza Islam. I want to give a heartfelt championship shout out to Brother Islam. I know that style gets a lot of resistance. So shout out to him for the sacrifice he takes.
Shouts out to that brother, man. Thank you again for calling him in. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Yes. Yeah, I heard a little bit going back to where they were talking about on Craig Facts. They had an old girl in there and she was caping for the LGBTQers. Now I'm like, black folks, that is not a smart thing to do. Because the LGBTQers are not. Where are the LGBTQ/intersectionalists with what was going on the border in Haiti last week? Where were they? Where were they? If we're all intersectional, why weren't they on the front lines for those Haitians down there on the border? They were on the front lines for the Mexicans in camps and kids in cages. Remember, during the Trump administration, kids in cages, cages and kids. Where they at now with us? There is no intersection unless it's convenient for them. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, my name is Antoine. I'm calling out from Seattle, Washington.
What's up, Antoine from Seattle, Washington? What's on your mind?
Well, I'll make it brief. I mean, what I've noticed in the Black community, because I'm not originally from the West Coast, I'm from the East Coast. I grew up in North Carolina, and I saw the conditions of how racism impacted our people there, particularly ADOS people. And then I moved out here to the West Coast about 10 years ago for school. But one of the things I keep seeing that you keep talking about, Zoe, Tone Talks, Yvette Carnell, like I watch all you guys, right? But I just feel like the Black community as a whole, the concepts that we're pushing, it's catching on, but not quickly enough, and that maybe the bulk of us don't have the intellectual capacity to really digest and use that information productively, constructively. You know, it's like so many people have the fire to want to change and want to make better our condition, but they don't have the skill set yet. And we have all these distractions, and no one's really slowing down and really putting things into context. And so a lot of these things, these microaggressions that the media does against us, they go over our head, and we just look at the surface level content and we fall for the, for the okie doke, and we just keep going along with it. And I feel like maybe last year was an ample time for people to slow down and change, but when you took away the stimulation, people just kept looking for it, thinking, when is the stimulation going to come back, instead of using that time to really, cleanse and to really get on code on an agenda. So some of us are, a lot of us are, but it's just not enough. We haven't hit that critical mass yet. That's kind of like what I want to say, but I'll let you get back to it.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that for you. Thank you for calling in.
Yep.
You raised a good point right there, but let me answer that this way. The people that think for themselves, the people that think like us, we're always going to be in the minority. That's one point. The second point is the media, they're never going to use their resources, power, and energy to tell us that we're winning. So remember that. On one hand, we don't need everybody. We just need a focused critical mass. Two, when we get that focused critical mass, there will never be a highlight shined on that by mainstream channels. What's making me feel that we have the majority, and not majority, that we're approaching that critical mass, is how hard they're responding. When you look at how hard they're going at Kyrie Irving, that tells me that they're panicking. When you look at how hard they're going at Kyrie Irving, that tells me, maybe this side is winning. Because there will be no reason for them to go this hard if this side wasn't winning. They need to beat the population down with their bullshit. Look, this don't happen. If the people on our side of the fence were losing and everyone was getting the whoopty whamp, they wouldn't have all of these headlines 1 hour ago. He could lose $400,000 per home game. 14 minutes ago, what they can lose if they're not. These are dog whistles for all of you. This is what they can lose if they're not whoopty whamped. Look at this. The way that they're covering Kyrie Irving and Wiggins and those guys, that lets you know they scared. And they only scared because not enough people are falling for the okie doke as they want to fall for the okie doke. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What's going on, brother? This is Rico calling from Miami, but out of Birmingham, Alabama. How y'all doing?
We doing good today, brother. What's on your mind?
Hey, good. Man, I want to touch on the on what you're talking about in the Woompty Wamp stamp that they're trying to put out there. When you have Kyrie and Bill and other athletes that are speaking out against the Woompty Wamp stamp, the system always finds a way to throw in a guy like Stephen A. Smith, who comes along to try to negate what these brothers have to say and throw off the true message of what they're trying to put out there. Like you spoke about, individualism and you go against what the system says. And when we look at other countries, like for example, like in Africa, the president of Madagascar, he had an assassination attempt on his life. And of course, he's all against the Wompty Wamp, and you have several other black leaders that are against the Wompty Wamp, and they've had assassination attempts on their life. Which, as a whole, we don't see it because we're so caught up in going along and getting along whatever the system has to say. Now,
I'm with you. Hello?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought you hung up. But no, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
We seeing what it is right now. With Kyrie, they're trying to use him, Kyrie. They're trying to mass lynch him figuratively in order to get the rest of us who think for ourselves in line. And even they don't understand. Even if he buckled down and took it, we still ain't.
Correct. Exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, man.
Because it's to the point. It's to the point to where I think to where us as SBA or ADOS or just black people in general, we've come to the realization that we still can't trust this beast.
We still can't, man.
And I think that you still can't trust this beast, and they have come to that realization, like, wow, these Negroes are waking up.
Real talk, man. And I appreciate you. I got a few more calls calling them, man. I appreciate you, dog.
Hey, appreciate you, brother, and thanks for all that you do once again.
Yes, sir.
And everybody wear a shirt, please.
Oh yes, get that shirt. Somebody been trying to call in like crazy. Call back. Here it is. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Rod, and I'm calling from Sacramento.
Rod from Sacktown. What's up? What's on your mind?
Yeah. Check this out, Brother Dwann. I just wanted to make a comment about the backlash that Kyrie is receiving. And I just want to point out, especially from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I just saw a video about a year ago. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in a ballroom at some event with Bill and Melinda Gates, Michael Jordan, Robert De Niro, and Diana Ross, and they're all standing still. It's some ritual. And you could go on YouTube. I don't know if it's been cleaned off of YouTube, but they're all standing still, and they got their right finger, and they're pointing to the ceiling, looking up, and everybody's still. The video pans from right to left. They're in some big ballroom, and there's some kind of ritual. I don't know if it's Masonic, satanic, whatever, but Kareem is right there in the middle, and nobody's barely moving. They're all still, and they all got their right index finger pointing to the ceiling, and everybody's looking up. And you got Robert De Niro, Bill and Melinda Gates.
I just Googled it. I have it up on screen right now.
Yeah, so he's showing where his allegiance stands right there. Right there. He's with Bill Gates and these people behind these whoopty whamps.
I never saw this. Oh, thanks for the information. Yeah. I'm going to look more into this, brother. I appreciate that.
Right on, brother. Right on. You stay strong and take care.
All right, you have a good one, man.
All right, brother. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's interesting right there. That's very interesting. This is what they're not showing you in the United States. Do y'all know that France has been going at it? This is like over a month ago. France has been going at it for like a long time now, every weekend, over the Wompty Wamps. And they have been taken to the streets. And those protests in France have only become more violent over time. During the summer, a lot of that stuff was peaceful. But over the last couple of weeks, they've been getting a little more crump. Of course, the filtered United States media has been filtering out a lot of this information. I encourage you to go and look up the France protests. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, man? It's Shaq from Brooklyn.
What's up, Shaq, man? What's on your mind?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to get back on what you were saying before with some of these people that always seem to pull their shoulder out of place time to time and speak up for that community, the rainbow community, such as the Jamel Hills, and she put out the grandiose long post on Twitter after all that he sat down and talked about with the Breakfast Club, and he's probably gotten the most in depth with them, and he's explained it from top to bottom as to his views and why he doesn't go for those things. And the Breakfast Club, another one who seemed to always want to pull their shoulder out of pocket for that community. And I can't seem to understand why do they do that? I don't understand. They want to be shoulder to shoulder with that community, and neither of them claim to actually be a part of that community. So it's kind of weird. And then when you look at Megan Thee Stallion videos, you look at Cardi B videos, they got the colors from the trans flag in their videos. like what's going on here? And none of them are of that community. These are heterosexual people, right? They're supposed to be, at least.
Supposed to be.
Now
what it is,
you see where I'm going here?
You gotta remember, brother, these people are literally paid actors. What are you talking about?
Right.
Your rappers, your basketball players, they're still paid actors. They're paid to act out a bunch of jive bullshit that's going to lead us down the path that the dominant society that does not have our best interests at heart wants them to go. That's part of the agreement. And when you decide to go mainstream, anytime you decide to go mainstream, see, back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, there were multiple companies. There were like a bunch of different media companies putting out movies. You had Lionsgate, you had New Line Cinema, you had all these different 20 or 30 places putting out movies. But if you look at and music, but if you look at from the late 80s through the whole 90s, you saw all of these companies merging. Disney buying ESPN, Universal buying NBC, AB, you start seeing you started getting these conglomerates to the point now you literally have 5 companies that control all of your print, TV, and radio programming. So when you only have literally a handful, 5 is a handful, literally, you have 5 fingers. When you literally got a handful of people making all the decisions, it's like back then we didn't have cable, we only had 5 channels, but all 5 channels were fucking different programming. Now we got 2,000 channels still run by 5 people. So if you want to get anywhere within these organizations, Sony, BMG on the music side of the game, NBC Universal on the TV side of the game, you got to play by their rules. And part of those rules is pushing an agenda that's going to benefit their ends, that's going to ultimately harm the other 99% of us. So just know that when you got someone signed to these major labels, you're probably not listening to them talk. You're listening to them be a puppet for the people who pay them. And always see it in that dynamic.
Right. And this is what I try to explain to my home. I be in my man's crib, and I just be putting him on to little stuff where he's fully caught on now, to where he's putting me on to certain things that I don't catch. Feel me? Like when I first see it, and I be trying to explain this to my friends that we have that is a part of that community, but they don't go as hard as other people, that's higher up. So, and even they starting to see like, nah, that's wild. Like, you right. Like, why is that in her video? Like, it's just certain things like that. And so it all goes back to saying, I completely understand what Kwame Brown is saying when he say the go along, get along gang. Yeah. That's actually an idea, a theory that they follow. Like
It
it's
is.
crazy.
It is. Like that's what it is. That's what if you want to be in that game, you better go along to get along. And thank you for calling, brother.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, that's it for the calls for today. But yeah, that go along to get along shit is real. If you want that money, you better go by their ideals and their ideas. You right. Damn, Bug Sheldon, you right though. Look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's turban is gone. Yeah. Nick Cannon's turban is gone. But we got to know that. We got to know that whenever we're getting information from people paid for by these companies, we're getting what the company wants, not necessarily their opinion. Hell, half these suckers, you don't even want their opinion. Have y'all ever kicked it with a basketball player in the NBA? Most of them niggas don't think of shit. They ain't got no goddamn original thoughts. That's why all them niggas be screwing the same woman. Let's just tell the truth. Right? You go into a friends and family room right now after a game. All them niggas' girlfriends look alike. And when one is done with a girl, the next one's trying to smash her. Man, please. You can't go by what these motherfuckers say and do. They're not independent thinkers. They're not reading philosophy thought books and telling you their opinion on the world's affairs. They're being told and directed what to do by a publicist. What's up, Light Not For Sale? Thank you for joining the live. Magnetic said that turban fell off while bowing to the. That turban fell off while bowing to those of a smaller hat. In other words, real talk, Magnetic. Real talk. Real talk. But man, I wish I was on the episode of Craig Facts when old girl was on there. I haven't seen it, but I have heard a little bit about it. I like when people come repeating shit to me. I be slicing and dicing their asses up. So well, maybe it was a good thing that I wasn't there. All things happen for a reason. Because I get so straight with mine, so straight laced in mine. I don't want to make people fall out with each other over something that I said. Because I say it. I'm gonna do a broad, and I was going to touch on this subject today, but if we already 2 hours in and I'm getting ready to get off. But I'm going to do it pretty soon. My wife gave me this idea, and I'm going to do it. We're going to talk on bitch-ass niggas. Grown-ass men who are afraid to address other grown-ass men when they have a problem. You know what I mean? It's come to my attention that there are people out there who hear what I have to say, especially surrounding music and different things. There are people out there who hear what I have to say and don't have a problem. They have a problem with what I say. But instead of coming to me directly, my email address is hotepish@gmail.com. It's in the description bar and I mention it every day. Instead of emailing me directly, they like to go around and talk to other people that know me and be trying to figure out my angle. Trying to figure out why I talk the way I talk or why I do it the way I do. Why don't you niggas, and I'm pretty sure some of you are listening right now. I didn't get this information from no one individual. I kind of get these things from a few people. A few people, more than a handful. Kind of telling me the same shit about these mysterious people who have issues with what I say, but they're not willing to come to me man to man and address it. So we're gonna talk overall. I don't know who these people are, honestly. I don't know who you are. When I've gotten information, the people never told me who you are or whatever, or those out there. But I'm going to use that as an example to talk a bigger message. And that bigger message is, man, when you have an issue with another man, what they may be saying, what they may be doing, talk to that man directly. Be honest, be truthful. Speak. Speak to each other honestly, openly. Don't do no bitch ass behind the shit playing telephone with other grown ass men. If you're a bitch, dude, I don't respect your bitch assness. Grow up and go consult with the people you have issues with. Because oftentimes when you have issues with someone, when you talk it out to them man to man, and both people are willing to be honest, it's probably not as big of an issue as you're making it to be. But you're only going to get to that truth by talking man to man. We have Skype and Zoom. We don't have to be face to face. You can call me. You can call a brother. You can email a brother. As long as that communication is between you and the person you have an issue with no intermediaries, no in-betweens, no go-betweens. You and them. Don't go around behind people's back. Don't tell other people that you have an issue with somebody else that you can contact directly. Again, hotepish@gmail.com. If you're listening live, I post the phone number to every show live. You can call in and disagree, because let me tell you something. Just in case my bold stature, my 6'2", 340-pound, yet very athletic frame, if that may intimidate you, understand this. I ain't that kind of nigga. I'm a master at communication. I don't take things personally when people disagree with me. If you come to me with respect, I'll respond to you with respect. If you come to me with disrespect, I'll be twice as disrespectful as you can think of. That's just how I roll. That's how I operate. But I can talk to people directly, face to face, man to man, that I don't agree with. Because I don't take what I say that serious. I don't take what you have to say as a disagreement personal. Your disagreements are 100% between you and what's going on in your mind. It's not about me, and I take it that way. I'm honest. I'm upfront. Don't be a bitch. Don't have issues with men. And this is more than just me. This is in your personal life. This is for everybody out there. All the men out there. Because at the end of the day, we are the leaders. But if you're going to be the leader, God damn it, act like one. Stop being bitches. Have those difficult conversations. Be okay with someone else not agreeing with you. And another thing I don't do that agree to disagree shit. Get that passive aggressive bullshit out of here. If you feel how you feel, I am in 100% in support of everyone being entitled to feel however they feel regarding whatever subject. Your thoughts are not attached to me. Your thoughts don't move me. If you're going to be someone out there that stands on your own, stand on your own. And be willing to have tough, difficult conversations with those who get in the way. You don't have to compromise your beliefs. You don't have to compromise how you see things. You don't have to, and at the same time, you don't have to make other people feel the way you feel. You don't have to make others think the way you think. Put your opinion out there, put your point of view out there, and let it be. Stop being bitches, men. Stop being bitches. Toni Braxton was right when she said niggas are the new bitches. A lot of these niggas, they'll clown, oh, Dwann, old fat ass, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm fat, but I'm a man. How many abs you got don't make you a man. How many guns you got don't make you a man. How many babies you pumping out don't make you a man. How many women you fuck don't make you a man. That just make you some regular ass nigga tasting base level human regular ass needs. That's so base. Smashing is a bunch of women, that's so base level. That's so easy. Saying you're a man because you dress a certain way, you look a certain way, that's so easy. How you drive a certain car, you live in a certain neighborhood. If that's your level of manhood, you wear a certain, you can afford to wear this cologne over that cologne, or your suit's better than that man's suit. You niggas sound like bitches. Being a man because you follow rules better than someone else, you took a woompty wamp and they didn't, that's what makes you, man, you sound like a bitch. Yeah, and let the children hear this. The kids can take a few curse words. They put all kind of tranny shit on kids' cartoons. Then don't nobody ask parents about that, and gay and LGBTQ shit. They see that shit every day because it's in their cartoons. They can take my curse words. A man who's not accountable for what he says, and by accountable, I mean say what you mean what you say. If you're scapegoating manhood onto how much money you make, how you dress, who you associate with, how many records you sold, that's all feminine bitch scales of accomplishment. You got an issue with a man, talk to him. Talk to him. Be honest. And be honest with yourself first. Because you can't be honest with other people unless you first start by being honest with yourself. That's what standing up for yourself looks like. Standing up for yourself means you standing on your square, you operating this life and navigating this life in a way that's true to you. And if somebody gets in the way, somebody got a problem with it, you feel somebody is stepping on your toes, address them. Man to man, not through other men. Hey man, you know the nigga Dwann? Man, he be saying some shit, man. I don't know about your boy, man. I don't know about your boy. If that's you, fuck you. Grow some nuts and come to me. I won't bite. I'm not violent. Not a violent person at all. I carry that thing on me, but I'm not violent at all. I'd rather use the power of rhetoric, the power of words, to solve any conflict. Even if that means you and I will never agree. Cool. You go on that side of the room, I'm going to stay on this side of the room. You can operate the way you want to operate, and I'm not going to get in your way. I'm going to operate the way I want to operate, and I'm not going to get in your way. That's standing up for yourself. That's being a man. I'm going to do a full broadcast on that soon because it's just too much bitch assness going around these days. Get my live drum sample packs. Get my apparel. I got the new hoodies. If you email hotepish@gmail.com, I will send you, and you want your picture featured on my website, you ain't even got to put your face in it. Email me, hotepish@gmail.com. I can get you a discount on whatever it is you're ordering. If you want to play a part and be on the t-shirt, be on the website. Because all this shit's generic. I'm about to spruce all this whole website up. I got the Rebels for the Cause hoodie. You see all the different colors I got it in? I just ordered myself one in navy. You got this military green. This is what we got for you on hotepish.com/apparel. Also the John Henry Clark's hoodie. Black people don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping. Available in various colors also. And remember this. There are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages. For those who are willing to pick up the game. Download my Mixcloud. I will be on Friday night for my Friday night mix down. We will be back at it Friday night for my live music mix down this coming Friday. Download Mixcloud right now. And remember this, there are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those who are willing to pick up the game. My name is Dwann B. We out.